Hello, everyone. Welcome back, sort of, to Ancient History Jewelry Stories, your favorite niche jewelry podcast that has had 0 episodes in the last month. I got a few people asking me what happened to the podcast. When can we expect another episode? Some of you definitely noticed my absence. Some of you definitely didn't. So this is not a full episode, but rather an update, an announcement, a partial apology, if you will. Because this entire project is a hobby, not a job, I made a promise to myself that when I started to feel burnt out or when it started to feel too much like work, I would step back and give myself some space, some room to breathe, some time to get re-inspired. That's exactly what I did in March. I decided not to make any podcast episodes until I was ready to make good content, not just filler content. You see, I was born to wear diaphanous silks and craft flower crowns on a sunny hill somewhere in the Mediterranean, but alas, like most of us, I have to pay rent, I have to pay bills, I have to do actual work. Ugh, all of those annoying things that we have to do in this modern life. Unfortunately, as of now, the Ancient History Jewelry Stories series doesn't do any of those things for me. Maybe it will in the future. Who knows? But I did decide to just give myself some grace, give myself some space from the podcasts at least, and come back when I was refreshed. I do have an entire deep dive series coming up for April, but in order to do that, I wanted to enlist your help. That's right, it's time for a poll. Those of you who have listened to my podcast in the past have heard me go on and on about how I don't take any suggestions from anybody unless you are a Patreon member, in which case you sometimes get the opportunity to vote in polls that help me determine what the next topic for the deep dive and podcast is going to be. Usually it's reserved for the paid Patreon members, but this month I'm doing something a little bit different. We are going to separate this into 2 separate polls. One to weed out the 3 most popular topics, and then 1 poll for the paid Patreon members to determine exactly what the topic is going to be. So, first and foremost, if you are not already a Patreon member, you can join at patreon.com/Ancient History Jewelry Stories. There is a free tier and there is a paid $5 a month tier. If you join the free tier, you will see a poll where you can vote on one of 5 topics. Actually, scratch that. You can vote on as many of the 5 topics as you want, but in order to keep it simple, don't vote on more than 3. Give me your top 3 out of the 5 topics that I've provided. Those topics are Art Nouveau jewelry, featuring some of the masters of the Art Nouveau style, such as Fouquet and Lalique, the history of crowns, tiaras, and other forms of head jewelry, the intertwined history of diamonds and gem cutting, stolen jewels, the violent history of some of the most famous gems, and the art of faking it, a history of jewelry forgeries. So go ahead and vote on your favorite 2, your favorite 3, and that's going to help me narrow down the top 3 options. The first poll is going to be up from today, that is Wednesday, April 2nd, until Saturday afternoon around 3:30 p.m. my time, that is Eastern time in the United States. And after that, I'm going to put up a secondary poll from Saturday until Monday afternoon so that I can pare down all of the options to the topic for this upcoming deep dive. Once that topic has been chosen, I will go ahead and put together the month's deep dive series. We have a wealth of Wednesdays in the month of April, so the full episode is going to be coming out 2 weeks from today, but the video deep dive series will be starting next week Wednesday, when I announce the topic that everyone helped me choose. So once again, if you'd like to vote in this poll and you want to have some say in what the next topic is going to be, head over to patreon.com/Ancient History Jewelry Stories. Free members can vote in the first poll. And if you want to support me by paying the equivalent of a cup of coffee every month, you can join the paid $5 a month tier and vote on the second poll once we've narrowed it down to the top 3 topics. I'm also probably going to be using some of the other popular topics that don't make the number 1 spot for future deep dives. So if you like one of these topics and it doesn't end up being chosen for this month, rest assured it probably will be coming back again in the future. If you aren't already following me on social media and you want to watch the video portion of the deep dive series, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube under the username moonhoney.jewelry. As always, if you want to see my work, the jewelry that I make, honestly, the only qualification I have for talking about any of this stuff, you can head over to shopmoonhoney.com and see the pieces that I craft that are inspired by ancient jewelry and usually are using ancient techniques. Even if this is just a short little update, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being patient with me as I attend to my mental health in these troubling and unstable times. And thank you for helping me choose the podcast and video episode topic for this upcoming month. I'm really excited to see what the winning topic is going to be, because in my opinion, all 5 options are pretty great. As always, I will see you here in a couple of weeks for more ancient history jewelry stories.